the path is behind this fallen tree.
You're good up front.
Pretty proper little mud bog. Okay, well, this is a problem. It looks
So
like
this is private property?
somebody might be hunting. We actually saw the guy walking towards us.
Well, we had our first casualty.
All right, welcome back to the channel. So today we are exploring the south side of Indiana. We are following the Southern Indiana Discovery Route. I found this on a YouTube channel, which I will link down below. Guy's got a pretty cool video, and he made this look rather interesting. All right, so we need to get on the road. Let's do this now.
What is the Southern Indiana Discovery Route? We'll take a look at it here. We are going to start in Evansville, Indiana, and to work our way east towards Hoosier National Forest in this video today. Once we hit Hoosier National Forest, this falls right apart, but I still think that there's some fun places to explore, so follow along with me and I'm going to show you guys what it's like.
All right, and we are finally off on the Southern Indiana Discovery Trail. We stopped and prepared for a picnic on the trail, as it looks like we're going to end up right around lunchtime in Hoosier National Forest. At least that's the goal. All right, so we're finally seeing a little bit of promise from the trail. It looks like we're just going to be driving right down the Ohio River.
You want to stop for a photo op here?
Sure. Admittedly, I fell behind just a little bit. I'm looking for you.
Turn left on Jennings.
Yep, I found it. Pull over whenever. Yeah, this is pretty cool. So as you're driving, you're just driving right down the Ohio River. You got the river out to your side. This is pretty cool. Honestly, I think this so far, as if it's just going to be on road, I think this would almost be more fun in our like track cars. All right, let's get some pics.
I really liked this starting point. It came down a big hilly road and then it immediately looked out over the river. As you start driving down it, there's an immediate rest stop where you can just stop, take a couple photos, and kind of get situated before you really hit the road. At this point, we've likely been on the road for all of 10, maybe 20 minutes, and then it really changes pace very quickly.
So we kind of ended up off of the...
We're going to be turning right somewhere really close here.
So we kind of ended up off of the Ohio River, and it's kind of just turned back into regular old Indiana. Actually, this is quite a bit more flat than some of the scenery we've been seeing up until now. So it looks like we're turning off onto like a little side road. So yeah, finally getting off some highway. I don't think this is going to turn into dirt or mud or anything like that. Oh, okay, well this is a problem. So following the route, it tells us to turn off here, and then we're actually following, it looks like...
So this says private property?
I don't know how we want to continue here, to be honest.
If there's a left turn up here, I don't think we have to go into the private property.
Okay, yeah, let's try it. So we're following the Gaia Maps Southern Indiana Discovery Route, and the problem is it doesn't exactly tell us where to go. It just highlights some roads and says like, yeah, you want to be in this area, and it's kind of your responsibility to end up in the right place. All right, so we made a turn off of a little highway, and it looked like it was going to take us down some back roads, which it was correct. We are on some back roads, but at first it looked like it was going to take us to Centerpoint Electricity Company, and it supposedly Ryan even said this was private property. I didn't see that note, but we're not trying to mess around with trespassing or do nothing stupid. So we were a little hesitant, although it looks like it immediately turns off onto some side roads, and I'm going to guess that this is not Centerpoint Electricity.
Look at this piece of shit monster to the right.
It was an RX-8. I bought an RX-8. I'm trying to think of a witty comeback. Give me a minute. Okay, so it's a little weird to kind of spit us off on this road. It's not really anything too cool. Honestly, it's just kind of a shitty side street. But we're going to keep following it. I'll let you guys know what we find. All right, so that little...
Back there it did say public access.
Yeah. So that little side street took us off onto a dirt road, and it actually specifically had a sign that says public access site. So that's actually kind of cool.
Like World War I fucking trench battle areas.
Now, so far the road has been quite bumpy. We haven't really gotten a bunch of rain recently, so this might be a little rough today. It might not be so rough for somebody else. One thing I noticed is that this is not rutted up like at all. My guess is they probably shut this down when there's a ton of rain to keep it in good shape.
Ohio River is right here. Honestly, stop for a photo op again. It looks like a ton of people have been up here.
Okay, so we've been driving down the dirt road for a little bit. It's surprisingly smooth, and it literally just opens right up to the Ohio River. Honestly, this is pretty cool. I just assumed we didn't have any public access stuff like this out here in Indiana, to be honest. I mean, we got four-wheel drive. We have to use it at some point today, right? Oh, god damn, that's a fucking big-ass rut. Who fucking rutted this shit up in the Razor? It's funny because, you know, just sitting here thinking out loud, like, anybody from out west is gonna be like watching this video being like, why are you guys so excited about some plain ass dirt road? It's not the fact that it's just like a random dirt road 3 hours from where I live. This is promising that we might find something more interesting later on, because it was a real concern that honestly 90% of this was just going to be highway driving. Yeah, good start. Well, sounds like we're just going to run from here in four-wheel drive. Just check it out. I don't know if you want to go straight through that. Is that what you were saying? Oh, you're going to stay out of it. Okay. So we've come up to just a flat mud bog. We don't know how deep it is. I mean, we would be fine to go through it. We've done much deeper mud bogs before. We just weren't really trying to get like just super sloppy muddy on this trip. This was just kind of an exploration trip, so we're gonna try to stay out.
You're gonna want to hit that with some speed.
A little slicker than I thought. Yeah? Yeah, you said that right as I got in there and started fishtailing.
Up on pavement, I'm shutting off four-wheel drive.
That's what I was about to say. We are coming back up onto pavement now. We're still following the route, obviously. Okay, I mean, that was pretty cool. It looks like now we're in like some little town.
This almost looks like some sort of campground or something.
Yeah, it almost looks like these are like, I was gonna say vacation homes, but I would use the term vacation very loosely.
Yeah, this would definitely classify as a southern Indiana vacation home.
Dude, it's crazy to see these fucking stilts these houses are on though.
Yep. There's definitely a reason why, I assume.
So we're back on some asphalt. We're gonna drive around and I will let you guys know whenever we end back up on some mud or gravel or something. Hopefully we get back off road here soon. All right, so we've come up to a pretty proper little mud bog. Ryan is on some pretty worn out tires, so hopefully this don't give him any fits. Problem is we don't know how deep it is. Oh. Okay, not much of a mud bog.
It's just water. Just concrete.
So conveniently enough, there's a little access road to the bridge that goes into Kentucky. Wow, looks like we're just gonna go right from the dirt to the road. We're gonna go get some gas and stuff just because once we get towards Hoosier National, I don't think we're gonna have access to many fuel stops, so.
Go in here or not.
Fuck it. I mean, that's what the guide says. We got a big mud bog.
I don't know if the path is behind this fallen tree or if it's off to the left up here. Let me go check. This tree was not supposed to be here.
All right, so we got to a point on the trail where there's actually a tree down. You're good up front. Good. A locker ties the two rear wheels. That way they cannot spin separately of each other.
Yeah.
You're good on both sides, Ryan.
All right. I'm out of breath because I've been running back and forth. We came up to a bit of a little mud hole and ends up tightening shortly after, going through some trees. And then after that, there's some down trees. So we're trying to get around the down trees to stay on the trail. This looks way gnarlier than it really is. Oh my God, this looks tight as fuck. How am I on the right side? Well, we just got through the down trees. It actually went pretty well. You can definitely tell this really isn't that common for trucks because it was a little tighter. Oh, I better roll that up. Ooh. Xterra grapplers are putting in work. So if there's another down tree, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a little tight again. But other than that, honestly, it's pretty good. Ooh, coming right out to the Ohio River again. All right, so that was kind of the very first section of the trip. A lot more dirt than we expected. It was honestly a lot of fun, just kind of doing 40 down a dirt road and then some tighter stuff. But now we are coming up to more gravel. Dude, we thought we were about to be on like an asphalt road. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving. We're really trying to pick up the pace a little bit because we want to get to Hoosier National at a half decent time. I really don't want to be crawling through there like pitch dark. The whole idea was to look for some dispersed camping, so hopefully we can get there with the sun up still. It is late December, so we'll see.
At this point, we end up on gravel roads for I don't even remember how long. I just know it got really boring really fast. So I am going to jump straight to Hoosier National.
Well, we had our first casualty. We're coming down the road. It starts getting a little bumpy. And I kind of neglected a ground strap that was loose. But it's okay. We got it fixed. Not really the repair that I would want, but it's going to keep that ground strap on there for us.
Well, here we are. All right, so we're throwing you right back into the shit. We did quite a bit of gravel driving, honestly. It was just kind of boring. Just knock it out, keep your RPMs up. And we just found ourselves showing up in Hoosier National. We're on a pretty thin gravel trail. It got rough for a second, but it doesn't look like it's going to do that anymore. So, yeah. So I'm excited to kind of see how this trail turns.
We are blocked here.
No! Okay. What the fuck?
All right, so we are coming to, honestly, a section that we were really excited about. And there's this gate. Technically, it doesn't say not to go around it.
No, it doesn't.
It technically doesn't. It just says don't block it, dude. And it's easily movable.
Unfortunately, the section of the road that we found looked like a lot of fun. It actually had a pretty steep drop into a creek and then a pretty steep climb out. And then it just kind of went uphill for a little ways. And honestly, it just looked really scenic. It looked like a lot of fun. But when we got there, there was a Razor parked and there were a couple of gates down blocking the path. My buddy Ryan very quickly hinted at the fact that somebody might be hunting, and he was actually very correct. So we started walking originally, and then we actually saw the guy walking towards us, talked to him, and he was like, yeah, I'm headed out, but they don't really like people to drive trucks through here. My guess is it's to keep the wildlife around without scaring them off due to like big vehicles. So we decided to make a detour. I will highlight this section of the map in the video.
No, I won't actually. And that's because at this point, the entire trail just falls apart. From here on out, it is essentially just old back roads that really aren't fun to drive on. The one that you're seeing on the screen would have been kind of fun in sports cars, but we're not in sports cars. So the video that I watched showed a lot of really cool forest sections, even with some creek crossings.
We were really hoping to get to that, but we just never did. Now, this was less than 1/3 of the entire southern Indiana discovery route, so there might be some other cool sections, but we kind of gave up on it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe I can save you guys a trip down there.